welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today we're going to talk about a hypothetical situation that I hope never comes to fruition, and that is if I were to lose all of my makeup, what would I consider repurchasing? And today we are specifically looking at lip products. I am basing this idea very heavily on the concept from Chic Geek. I will link her video down below. She was specifically looking at eyeshadow palettes, and I believe she intends to continue the series on with a variety of other types of products. So I have picked out 4 lip products that I would absolutely buy again, and 4 that I think I would skip. Now, I actually do enjoy everything that is in these bottom 4, and to illustrate that point, I want to start with the items that I would not repurchase. Starting with this Sephora cream lip stain in Always Red. It's what I'm wearing today. Now I have been wearing this for a few hours at this point, and I've eaten lunch. I did not reapply afterwards on purpose so that I could show you how it has worn away a little bit on the inside of my lips. I'll reapply right now. It does layer over itself, which is nice. So I reapplied just over the existing lipstick, and I think you can tell it does layer over itself quite nicely. However, this is not the best red I own, which is why I wouldn't repurchase it. I will always prefer a bullet lipstick over a matte liquid lipstick. They're just a formula that I feel a lot more comfortable with and that I actually actively enjoy applying versus this, which is just a little too finicky. It's very easy with this product to go outside the lip line, and then it's a pain to clean up. When I bought this, I think it was actually a great purchase. I didn't have a red. This was pretty inexpensive. I thought it would be even more long wearing than it is, but I've just found better things in the meantime, and if I were to lose all of my makeup, this is not the red that I would repurchase. Now this one is actually really sad. If you have been around my channel for any length of time, you have likely seen this Flower Beauty Petal Pout lipstick. This is in the shade Rosy Garden, and the color is stunning. Let me apply this in a way that isn't jumping over all of the bumps on my hand. You can see the color there in that really questionable swatch. Really a beautiful shade of pink. It's bright without being overbearing. I think it brings a lot of life to my face, and the formula is fantastic. What would hold me back from repurchasing this lipstick is the smell. This has always been really heavily fragranced. It smells like roses, which I think makes a lot of sense for Flower Beauty, and particularly in the shade Rosy Garden. And usually I really like rose scents. They don't tend to bother me. And for a long time, this didn't. But the last 2 times I've worn this, it's just, I can't do it anymore. I just can't. And hopefully, in a week or something, I'll just flip the switch back and it'll be fine again. I'm certainly not going to, throw this away or give it away, but it's really a bummer. I wish that this still worked really well for me. I actually ranked this as my favorite lipstick in my entire collection not too long ago. I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 months. And I really hope that it will be my favorite again soon. Next up, we have a Wet n Wild lipstick. This is one of their new glossy format lipsticks in the shade Peach Please. Now this shade is very useful for me as a mixer shade. I find myself topping off a lot of lipsticks with this, but I don't want to be buying lipsticks that I can't really wear on their own, and this doesn't work on me very well. It is too peachy and too light to really be flattering. I think that if this was a little bit more on the pink side, it would actually look really nice, but this color just does not work for me. However, it is really handy to have around because I have a couple of other nude lipsticks that also just aren't quite there, and this is a really helpful additive because, if you have 2 lipsticks that don't quite work for you, sometimes you mix them together and they actually create a really lovely nude. The final lip product that I wouldn't repurchase is from Milk Makeup. This came in their birthday gift at Sephora last year. This is the Lip and Cheek Tint in Work. I do use this on my cheeks sometimes, but recently I've just been using it a little bit more as a lipstick. It's this really soft peach. Now, I wouldn't repurchase this because it seems very pricey for what it is. I believe that these minis are about $15 by themselves, and you actually do get a lot of product. I don't think that I would ever consider buying a full-size Milk Lip and Cheek tint. I mean, that's the mini, and I've actually used this quite a bit. There's maybe another 15% on top of this that I've already used up. And I just don't feel like I will ever get enough use out of this to justify that price tag. I know that in the world of makeup, a $15 lipstick is not that bad, but while I like this color, I don't love it. I don't think it's anything special, and it's kind of smelled like crayons the entire time I've owned it. Not because it's bad, just because it kind of smells funny. It's a little bit on the waxy side, and overall, I just don't feel like this is a $15 lipstick formula that I would choose to put my money towards. Now finally we get to switch to the more positive side of this video. These are 4 lip products that I would absolutely repurchase if I were to lose all of my makeup. And let's start out with a lip liner. Now I have never been a big lip liner person, but I think this might have changed my mind. This is the e.l.f. lip liner in red. It's sort of a muted red shade. I have used it with a quite bright red, this shade, I'm wearing it today, as well as actually the Rosy Garden lipstick, and it's looked really nice with all 3. Now if I were to lose all of my makeup, I would definitely buy a red lipstick of some kind in addition to this, and I just feel very secure that this would help out that red lipstick a lot. So I have probably worn red lipstick more in the last, I don't know, month and a half to 2 months that I've owned this than I think I had in maybe 6 or 8 months before that. This is just so handy. It's become a really important tool for me, and I enjoy it a lot. This would definitely be a repurchase. Number 2 and number 3 we're going to talk about at the same time because they are from the same line, and I actually only have one of them here with me to show. These are the Revlon Super Lustrous lipsticks. In particular, I have Sassy Mauve in front of me. This is a really beautiful pinky mauve lipstick that I think suits me really well for fall and winter. It's just a little bit deeper, a little bit more brown toned, a little bit more, you know, fall and winter than a lot of the lipsticks that I tend to reach for. And I think the formula on these cream and pearl finish Super Lustrous lipsticks is really nice. They don't have a strong scent to them. The colors that they come in are beautiful. And I think that for $5 to $7, the packaging's really nice, the formula is nice. It's just a really overall good buy, I think. Now I actually don't have the next shade with me or even currently own it because I completely panned my tube of this, and it was the Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick again, this time in the shade Blush Mauve. This was a little bit lighter and a little bit more on the pink side than Sassy Mauve. It was also a pearl finish. Now, I know that pearl finish is not everyone's thing, but this was very subtle. I felt like it just made me look like maybe I was wearing a little bit of blotted down lip gloss on top of the lipstick. My lips look a little bit more plump, a little more healthy, and I loved the effect. Between the 2 of those shades, I feel like I would have a really good set of neutrals for year-round, focusing a little bit more on Blushing Mauve during spring and summer, and a little bit more on Sassy Mauve during fall and winter. And of course, I could always play with them a little bit and mix them up any time of year. Now for the final lipstick that I would repurchase, this is the Maybelline Creamy Matte in the shade Almond Rose. Let me give you a swatch. This is a little more pink and a bit brighter than Sassy Mauve is, although I think you can see they are not exactly super distinct. This one, however, is matte and it almost goes on thick. It's not an uncomfortable lipstick by any means. It's actually a surprisingly comfortable matte formula. But the reason that I would want this is that I feel it's a very versatile lipstick. I find this quite easy to wear full on thick color. It's also one that worked really well with chapstick underneath to get a smooth, sheer, almost tint effect. I've actually panned 2 shades in this range before. Not this particular shade, but it is a really nice formula. And I think you can tell that I have used quite a bit of this. I'm probably roughly halfway through the tube. It's just a really nice lipstick and absolutely one that I would want to repurchase. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you will let me know which lipsticks you would or absolutely would not repurchase if you needed to replace your entire collection. Thanks again for watching. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!